Well, we have the baker's dozen here. Ooh, tell me about a spritz. So, they had baths, now they've just been kind of chilling inside, more or less sleeping, because, well, that's what you do when you grow. I do a little bit better job if I can go in order. At least that's what I think. So we'll start with Crinkle. I do boys in alphabetical, basically. This is Crinkle. He's a tricolor, black base. He's got some a white sock on the front left that you're seeing. And then he's got some dip toes. His right front is all dark. And I don't think that he will have blue eyes. I think those are going to be dark. Yes, tell me about it, Crinkle. Good heavens. If you think he cries, you're about ready to hear it more, because Macaroon is a little bit more dramatic. And, well, he's bigger. Here, Macaroon. Oh, now that I said something, he's going to be quiet. And he's got nice dark tan points. Again, I think those eyes are going to go dark. And he is on the bigger side, so if you're wanting a bigger dog, this one is leading the group on big. But he's got a pretty striped face. He's got some good coloring going on. He's pretty darn sweet. He definitely knows how to push his way through and get the food he needs. You're fine. After Macaroon, we have No Bake, which is right here. No Bake. Oh, yes, it's so hard being a puppy. I am, like, pretty darn confident those eyes are going to end up being blue. Let's see if I can lift him up where he's looking into the sunshine a bit. Usually those eyes will pop open and you can start seeing some of those. Yeah, the blue coloring is in there. A little bit easier to see. He's got light colored tan points, and he's obviously a blue merle. Just tons of coloring on this boy. Tons of it. And he's a cutie. Nice fluffiness. You can kind of see some of the curl coming in. After we blow dry, the curl turns into a fluff. But he's pretty darn cute. After No Bake, we have Oatmeal, who is buried in that bunch somewhere. Let's see. Yep, there you are. There's Oatmeal. Ugh. Can I get you out of there? Yep. He's got nice big white front socks, sweet stripe, tan points. Those eyeballs could go either direction right now, so those are hard for me to tell on him. I can't tell if those are going to go blue or not, but I usually tend to say no. And then they make a liar out of me. Usually around 5 weeks, it's a little bit easier to tell, and they're just turned 3 weeks. But, still quite a bit of color. He's a cutie. That's Oatmeal. Next is Peanut Butter, which I think is, this guy's Peanut Butter. Another red tri. Nice bigger blaze. White socks still. And again, I'm thinking dark eyes on this, but, those could go either way right now. Oh yes, Panic. Good heavens. Not as big as Oatmeal. But I think his is more like a silky texture hair right now versus Oatmeal's is like a fluff ball. Like, oh my gosh, fluff. But this is Peanut Butter. After Peanut Butter, we have Shortbread. Is this one Shortbread? Yep. This is going to be my favorite face in the bunch. That big old stripe right there. I don't think that he will have blue eyes. His are looking dark to me. They're looking dark, but, again, around the 4 to 5 week mark, it'll be a little bit easier to tell. He's got a little bit darker tan points in comparison to, like, Oatmeal. If you're looking at a blue merle and want to see tan points. His ears are a little different colors. He's got a little more kind of white dot back here and a partial collar. Very colorful boy. He's one of the go-getters in the bunch, too. Kind of jumps on top of stuff. Leads the way. I think he's already made himself out of the whelping box. There you go, chewing ear. After him, we go to the short guy, Snickerdoodle. She's got to be buried in here. This is Snickerdoodle. There we are. And he's got, like, just a pristine little face there. And then those dark legs with little tiny white toes. I don't think, there's going to be brown eyes there. But he's a sweetie, and he's the tiny one in the bunch. He's holding down the low end. Not a runt by any means, though. And last but not least with the boys, we have Spritz, who's also on the smaller side. Oh, yes, come on, wake up. He's got a nice, pretty collar, and I really enjoy his face too. It's just very balanced. Yeah, you gonna show us? And then he's got those white socks and a nice white chest. And he's got the tan points, a little bit of darker tan points over his eyebrows and his cheeks. That's Spritz. Then we move to the girls. Chocolate Chip is a blue merle girl. Very pretty coloring on this girl. And I do think at least one of her eyes is going to be blue. You can see that right there. Yeah. I'm not positive on that one, on the other side, but this side right here I think is going to be blue. She's got a little more minimal white in comparison to some of the other guys'. I mean, a little bit thicker stripe than some of the tries. But nice tan points, lots and lots of color, lots of character. She's a pretty sweetheart at this point. What you doing, Spritz? Aren't you cute? Aren't you cute? Then we've got Ginger. This one's Ginger. And I think she's just a bit of a sweetheart. Like, she's very, obviously you see that friendliness going on. She's got a sweet little striped face. Let me see your face, honey. Yeah, there it is. And then she got a little white on her chest. And her tip toes. Nice fluff to her. Like I don't think that she's going to have blue eyes. I think those are going to be brown. But, she's a very cutie. Yes. She's right in the middle of the pack as far as weight goes. That fluff is super deceiving. Then we have Macadamia Nut, which is this girl. And she's got like the brightest tan points out of all of the black tries. Nice balanced face too, a little thin stripe there, leaving lots of room to see those tan points. It's on your chest a little bit. Oh, sorry. Did I let loose too much? Let's see your chest. You see that chest? And then she's got gonna have brown eyes as well. That's Macadamia. Then you have Sugar, who's buried. And Sugar is spoken for. She got a little silky looking hair today. And she's gonna have blue eyes. For sure one. That's bluer than blue. Come here. Stop doing reversing on me. Yes. These are cuties. And then a little sideways stripe there. Oh goodness. I know. But that one's Sugar. Last but not least is Wafer. And I think Wafer might have a blue eye too. She got the fluffy coat. And she's got some of those merle points right in here. There's some darker ones in here. But I can't tell if this is going to go a little bit lighter or if it'll actually hold the color. There's another merle spot there. She's super friendly. Super friendly. Like once she's discovered that she has your attention, yep, in my lap. Like, hey. But I think that we're going to have at least one blue eye. You can see that blue's coming in there. Nice fluffy face. All those toes, all those white toes. Pretty cute. A little white mark on the back of her neck. Just very pretty. And then, of course, she's a sweetheart. Like, hey, you left me. You left me. Well, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the Baker dozen. Obviously, I've clearly worn them out, videoing. If you have more questions, give us a holler. Yep, hi, Wafer. You don't want to go lay back with them? She's like, no, you're there. All right, have a good one.